gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, comrades on the YouTube, to my family, who I really hope I get to see today. I'm counting on it, sorry for that. And it all really depends on these damn lumpers. But I digress. Hello, my love of my life. As I was saying, I'm going to HEB, which is a distribution center for that grocery outlet in the Texas area. And the last time I was there for 6 hours. You know, if I'm there for 6 hours today, I don't know if I'm going to make it up to Denton. My folks live about, God dang it, my folks live about probably about 20 minutes from the Denton Loves up there. So that's where I'm going to, kind of a foreign port for me. I don't usually go into Loves, but I have in the past. I mean, it's not unusual for me to go there, but, you know, I usually try and stay with, Pilots and Flying J's, because that's where we can get, God damn it, that's where we can get fuel and take showers and things like that are free, and just, it's a little more convenient for me. Sometimes some of these Pilots and Flying J's are tight. I mean, they're tight, so you get your, truck driving backing skills tested every now and again, so that's all right. I'm happy about that. I enjoy that, actually. I love a driving challenge, man, and being able to put this big-ass truck into a small hole. I like working on that. So anyway, I wanted to implore some of my truck driving brethren to help me out in a problem that I had yesterday. To this moment, I still don't know what I did wrong. I'll just tell you, I drove a long ways yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I drove from Rawlins, Wyoming to Amarillo, Texas. It was about 670 some odd miles. It was a good run down to 287. 287 is a great way to work yourself from the north of the country down into Texas. Great way to do it, man. I just love that run. It's a good highway. It's rarely congested. I mean, it happens every now and again, but very rarely congested. Anyway, when I woke up in Amarillo yesterday and did my pre-trip, and it took 10 minutes to do that. Actually, it took 11 minutes, which I'll show you in a moment. And I got to start my day, which I thought was right on time. And I started driving down the road after I did my 10-minute inspection, which is required by my company, and I think DOT as well. And I got that done in 11 minutes, and which there's a whole nother story there. I'll tell you how I do that another time. But anyway, I got to driving down the road. I'm up on the 287 at this point, right off the Interstate 40. And I got on the 287 and I started heading south, and I got about 5 miles down the road, and my Isaac electronic digital device here that takes care of my hours and stuff looked like it was going to self-destruct. It turned all kinds of freaking red, and it was telling me that I had exceeded my hours. So I pulled over right away, and I went off duty. And so I'm starting to look at it. I'm trying to figure out what in the world is going on. What did I do wrong? I had no idea. I still don't know to this minute. So I couldn't figure it out. I called New York. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I did a legit 10-hour break between off-duty and sleeper. I don't know what in the hell is happening here. Help me out. Dude says go into sleeper for 2 hours, get safe, get someplace safe, which I was alongside the road, and I wasn't going to move. I wasn't moving. I stayed right where I was, hazards on, for 2 hours, because it then did give me my hours back. Oh, it's just pissing me off. So, sorry, I'm doing it this way because I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So, anyhow, once I got that 2 hours in, I was able to roll again. But I don't understand what I did wrong. So, to my truck driving brethren, can somebody tell me what I did? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm in Brookshire, Texas. Got here last evening, about 5 o'clock. It was, when I drove up in here, it was 72 degrees, Brookshire, Texas. All right, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So here is my handy dandy Isaac. There, you see it down there at the very bottom of your screen. All right, so this is right here. This is the 9th. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. This is the 9th right here. All right, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to show you what happened. So I woke up, as you can see, in Rawlins, Wyoming. Okay, and I did whatever it is I got to do, and then I just kept on rolling down the road. So here I'm driving. I went into Cheyenne to get some fuel. So, you know, here you can see I drove 150 miles from Rawlins to Cheyenne. And then once I left Cheyenne, I drove another 180 miles down to Limon, Colorado. And that's where I took my 30-minute break. Then from Limon, Colorado, a brother didn't stop till we got to Amarillo. Now this, see the time? 6:47 p.m. This used to say off duty. All right, but my guy in New York, I believe brother's name was Kobe, he says, yeah, I'm noticing this Isaac system really likes the sleeper. Okay, great. So I went in to edit it. See down here on the bottom? I can edit, except for driving time. I can't edit the D line, which is right along here. But I can edit these other lines right in here as needed. See this one right here? I can edit that. So I edited the sleeper, or two sleeper, from off duty, 6:47. Why I did that was because I was trying to get my time back so that I could get down the road, you know, without waiting 2 hours. You know what I mean? That just annoyed me. So I want you to just take note of the time. 6:47 is when I stopped driving. The drive rule is that you have to be out of drive mode for 10 hours, the way I understand it. 10 hours, okay? Which is fine. That's fine. I've been doing that ever since I started trucking over the road. All right, so I got into off duty. I changed that to sleeper at 6:47. Okay, so let's advance. Okay, note right here, 4:47. That is 10 hours of sleeper and off-duty time not driving. I'm not really sure how y'all do that math, but to me, 6:47 p.m. to 4:47 a.m. is 10 hours. And of course, there's a ticking time clock where you can see where you're at on the on another screen. Okay, so, and I'll show you that in a minute. So at 4:47 a.m. I went on duty. All right, I had to make a U-turn, so I was doing a U-turn for this point in time, but it didn't kick me into driving until 5:02. Okay, still well past the 10-hour mark. So now I drove for 7 miles, and at about that point, this thing wanted to self-destruct, turning red, beeping noises, blah blah blah. I pull over and I went into off-duty mode for 12 minutes. That in Claude, Texas, and that's where I was calling New York. New York says, dude, put it in sleeper. Just put it in sleeper. Apparently it likes sleeper better. Okay, great. So I put it in sleeper. Now you can see I waited almost 2 hours before I could start driving again. So then I, went to driving out of Claude, Texas. I stopped in Hillsboro, Texas, and then fired it up for 193 more miles into Brookshire, where I stopped last night. What did I do wrong, boys and girls? I don't understand. I do not understand. From 6:47 to 4:47 is 10 hours. I just don't, and it stopped me like I was being chased by the law. Yeah, so I just don't get it. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know to this minute what I did wrong. Apparently, my boy Kobe out there in New York, he knew what was going on because he told me put it in sleeper right away. Get 2 hours of sleeper and you can roll, which is exactly what happened. But I don't understand it. It was always conveyed to me that once you go out of driving mode to either off-duty or sleeper, then your 10 hours is ticking. It doesn't matter if it's in sleeper or off-duty. And when we had the OmniTrack system, there was plenty of times that I did not change from off-duty to sleeper. It never stopped me. It never stopped me because I was not driving and I was not in the driving activity. So I don't get it. I don't know what I did wrong, and I'm begging some drivers to please tell me what is it that I did that was foul, because I just don't know. So what I did learn from that is that henceforth, I'm not going to off-duty. I'm not going off-duty. Once I stop, get my parking spot, and I'm ready to start my 10-hour break, it's going to sleeper. And it's going to sleeper immediately. I'm not burning up any other time to delay my 10-hour break. Very, very often, and today's not the case because my appointment, I don't have to leave for another hour. Yeah, I don't have to leave. Oh man, I scared myself for a second there. I don't have to leave for another hour. So, at least 45 minutes. So, today's a little different because I've way exceeded my 10-hour break. But I don't care. I'm not putting it back on duty until from sleeper, until I'm ready to roll. I'm not going to waste that time. But what I started to say, was very often I'll do a 10-hour break and hit the road. I don't sleep for 10 hours. I don't know. I'm too old or whatever my problem is. I don't know. I don't sleep that great. So I sure don't sleep for 10 hours. I got time. I'll fall right out, but then I'll wake up in the middle of the night and toss and turn, and I just don't. I always wake up before my alarm. It's every day. But today is a little bit of an exception because I have a long time before my appointment. So I got up at 6:30 this morning, went in and got a shower and a cup of joe, and here I am waiting for about 9:30 to roll around. So we're just chilling like a villain. It's 8:45 here. So anyway, so yeah, I need some help. Help a brother out, would you please? I appreciate it. Swivel mode is on. We're in a red zone. We're real close to Houston, and I already saw some freaks in the store arguing, not really arguing, but talking about how the NFL's fixed and these teams shouldn't even be in the Super Bowl and so on and so forth. And it's just like, I can't believe how riled up people get over the NFL or any sport, really. I just can't believe how riled up people get. This dude was loud. He didn't give a damn who was hearing him. He's saying this thing's fixed. There's no way that this should be like this, and blah, blah, freaking blah. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. I don't know that anybody really cares as much as you do. It's just ridiculous what the NFL does to people, the super fans. But anyway, I stopped watching that game when the guy it just got too individualized, I think. The guy sacks the quarterback and then stands up in front of the crowd, points at his muscles, and does a jig and just gets all excited and like he's some kind of wonderful. And you look up at the scoreboard and they're down 34 points. The hell are you so excited about? You're losing, and you're losing badly. But whatever, do a dance. Stupid. They make a bitchin' play, hard hit, something like that. Get up and do a dance, and they're 25 points down on the board. It's just stupid. So anyway, I stopped watching that sport, especially when they went a certain direction politically. I don't want to see politics in sports. That's my break from reality. I don't want to see anything but the sport. Anyway, I digress. Red alert here, swiveling big time here in Brookshire, Texas. You do know who love you. It's your boy. It's your boy, Clydesdale. We're running Leonard's Express. I'm a solo OTR driver, and I got this reefer on my back. So here we go. We're going to start our day. I can't wait for you to start yours. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you're going to watch it. All right, then. Peace.